We've come today to purely plant trees. So we won't have a lot of talking. We want more action.
Yes, it's a joy to meet in this manner this morning. And if we look at the boundaries where we are, this is the gate for Lusaka City. And it's very important that we lead by example. So this program that we are doing today, it's a reflection of how we want our future to be.
I would just like to thank the American school kids from grade 4 or 5, I think, grade 4, who had an ongoing program over a few weeks, and they collected money for trees. They gave us the money for a tree, and every tree that they had money for, we have donated. We've matched their donation. So we have now got 180 trees here, and that's an ongoing program. So if anybody wants to donate a tree, we will match their donation. So it's, for one, you get two, if you see what I mean. So we deal only in indigenous trees. It's Trees for Zambia, up in the Leopards Hill area, and we would like to thank the American school very much for their very kind donation. And Palmview Nursery donated 20 trees, and we've matched that with 40. So thank you. It's an ongoing, so anyone wants to donate trees, we will match it.
I am profoundly honored to stand before you today as we embark on a meaningful and impactful journey. The inner city greening activity, this initiative is not just an event. It is a testament to our collective commitment to fostering a greener, healthier, and more resilient Lusaka. Trees are the lungs of our cities. They purify the air we breathe, provide shade and cooling support, biodiversity, and enhance the beauty of our urban spaces. More importantly, they play a crucial role in combating climate change by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen.
At this juncture, I would like to also thank our partners that have joined us today with Eco Stewards, Lions. Thank you for being here. We thank Trees for Zambia. We thank you, American International School. We thank the Finnish Embassy for supporting our efforts. We thank you, ICO, our all-weather friends. And right now, I'd like to call upon our District Governor, Lions Zambia, to come and give a word. Thank you.
I'm thrilled to stand here before you today to talk about a project that is close to our hearts, the tree planting. Lions worldwide are working on 8 global effects of the world, and amongst them is the environment. And the environment in Africa has been taken very seriously. As we gather here today, we are not just planting trees, we are investing in the future of our children, the future of children, the children who will be our future of our planet. Trees are the pillars of life on Earth, providing us with oxygen, food, shelter, and medicine.
14th January, we'll have our next tree planting. So everybody, we are free to plant and make our city green. Let's go forth and plant.
You needed to come in. So your thing.
Actually, we gave them to LCC.
Yes, we have them in my store.
Okay, so right now we're at the island in between Great East Road, right adjacent to Garden City and Waterfalls. So in this program, we are planning to green the city and plant trees in all our open spaces. First of all, Lusaka City Council is the custodian of the city. If we do not take the main role or the lead role in our environmental sustainability, then who will? So it's important for us to take the lead role to also counteract the climate change effects that are happening within our city, our country as a whole. And in fact, what we are also encouraging is we are planting indigenous trees that do not need a lot of maintenance, so that this program is sustainable. Of course, as Parks and Gardens, we have a section that's in charge of that, watering the trees to ensure that they're established. But we'd also like to encourage partners to come on board and adopt these trees. If a partner can come on board, if everyone comes on board and adopts 10 trees, 5 trees, that will ensure a long-running sustainability. So, of course, as Parks and Gardens and as Lusaka City Council, we are dedicated to ensuring that these trees thrive. But
No, more's coming. That's just by water.
Trees come with multiple benefits. Of course, I mean, we are talking about climate change. We're experiencing climate change here in Zambia. Trees are also a source of nutrition. They can be used for medicine. And they are very important for our groundwaters as well. And they clean up the air. We were invited as one of the embassies present here in Zambia, and we found the time to come and participate in this exercise. On a more general or broader kind of note, Finland has in the past supported the government of Zambia in the forestry sector, environment and natural resources sector for decades. I think one thing is important, and I think this has been emphasized by many today, is that we encourage everybody to plant trees in their yard. No matter how small your yard is, you can always accommodate a tree.
What we are doing here is working together with cooperating partners, and this initiative is all about greening all the spaces that we have. And we have started with the island, which is just at the entrance of Lusaka from Chongwe, the boundaries. This is an initiative of tree planting promotion, where we want to embark on this program to inculcate a culture of tree planting and we desist from cutting down of trees. My appeal is number one, let's by all means run away from cutting down of trees and replace it with planting a tree. So where we are coming from, respective homes, households, community and public places, let's make sure that every space that is there, we utilize and plant a tree.
You see where it joins here? That must be at ground level. Okay. If it's below ground level, this will rot. So that's important when you're planting a tree. We raised money from the American International School in Lusaka, and they paid for 80 of these trees, and we've matched their contribution to 160. We've donated 160 trees to this planting initiative. What we've brought mostly here today are the Natal and the forest mahoganies, because they are evergreen, and a city appreciates evergreen. It keeps the city cool.
I think I'd rather the best trees are the evergreen, the mahoganies, because they provide shade. No, actually they are drought resistance. They can manage it, actually. They're managing it.
I think if you're growing them in your garden, put a hose pipe on them occasionally for the first couple of years, and they'll, benefit you for a lifetime.
To start with, Zambia is a predominantly youth population. We have over 55% of our population is youth. And if we're going to implement any sustainable, meaningful change that is going to be long-lasting, we need to involve the youths. First and foremost, start with indigenous trees. A lot of us have got fruits at home that are indigenous to the country of Zambia. Indigenous trees are basically the trees that are, that grow naturally in this vicinity or in this locale as a country. So you have a mango tree at home, get that seed, turn it into a tree. If you're going to plant trees on a mass scale, look for indigenous trees, Lusikili trees, because they have a better survival rate in the climate in which we are. This is like we are indigenous to Zambia as people, this is their home as well.
You might know about Unfortunately, I'm really not a plant person, but I'm really curious about plants. I do a lot of gardening. I do a lot of exotic plants. I do also some local plants, but I'm not very familiar with trees. But I'll tell you that at my house, I have 2 indigenous trees. I have a fig tree, also known as a ficus. I'm sure you've heard about that. I also have a msekesi plant tree, also known as acacia. So I have nurtured those 2 plants and I am protecting them like with my life. I have built around them and I put plants around them so that it keeps me reminded that we need to protect these indigenous plants. Yeah, so my appeal mainly is to our youth and the growing, our growing population. Over the years, if you are after independence born child like me, you will I was born free but very close to independence. You will realize that the environment has changed, the climate has changed. What we used to see back then is not what is happening there. So what I would like to urge our young population is, first of all, to refrain from cutting trees without any reason, harming the environment, because that is reducing our biodiversity. We all live in this space called the ecosystem, and if we preserve this environment, we have ourselves to thank. But if we destroy the environment, then we are going to lose out on everything. We will have drought, we will suffer the consequences we've never seen before. So my message, not only to the young people, is to every well-meaning Zambian to gather around such a purpose like tree planting and try and build our environment and grow trees and plants.
So this initiative, we are going to incorporate it in our community projects so that we can have individuals who would come deliberately and just water these trees that we've planted. But we will keep on emphasizing for more partnership, especially other businesses and, let me say, institutions that are within our jurisdiction to come on board and support this cause. Because we alone as partners here, we may not have the much needed support. So it's through the initiative of bringing other institutions together, we work together, then this will become something that we'll treasure in many years to come. So thank you very much for attending. May we continue with this spirit. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Okay, so this draws the end of our program. Thank you so much, and for all the pledges, we are going to follow through. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope for your continued support, and we hope to also see you on the 14th of January. Thank you.